speech, as I know the Minister is, and this bill does.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Speaker. It's a pleasure to follow the Honourable Gentleman for South Holland and the Deepings, and wholeheartedly agree with his comments and his contributions. Unfortunately, I couldn't participate in the second reading, Madam Deputy Speaker, because we had a meeting with the Foreign Secretary today to do with the Northern Ireland Protocol, so I couldn't be here for that purpose. So I want to make a contribution in the third reading. I want to also declare an interest as the chair of the APPG and freedom of religious belief. So for me, this legislation is critically important, and that's why I commend the Minister in particular, because of the way the Minister has delivered this in the second reading, which I was able to hear the Honourable Lady's contribution. Government has delivered the very legislation that I would wish to see personally, and I believe the legislation that my constituents also wish to see, and my mailbag, which is fairly substantial, also wishes to see. So the Freedom of Speech Bill, government has done a good job today. I must say I'm absolutely in favour of this bill. When I think of, and I give some examples, Madam Deputy Speaker, of Christian conferences not having their dates renewed in universities. When I think of young Christian unions being pigeonholed by activists into expressing their opinion based on their sincerely held belief, only for this then to be cited as hate speech. I mean, it's ridiculous. And that's why government has brought forward legislation that addresses that, and I very much welcome it. The bill legislates to make a difference and protects Christians and other religious groups as well. I never thought, Madam Deputy Speaker, that I would be in the place where we need to take these steps, but the fact is we have to, and government has done so. The minority of people in influential places have been gift-wrapped the ability to halt freedom of speech in our universities, which instead of being a place of open thought and debate are now closed to anything not of a certain agenda and persuasion. And again, I thank the Minister and this government and our government for the steps taken to bring this to completion. Government has ensured that there will be no loopholes that can be used by those who wish to exercise their freedom of speech but cannot afford others that same very basic right that the Honourable Gentleman referred to extensively in the second reading and did in his contribution just now. I'm given to understand that reforming the Human Rights Act may have led to a more restrictive definition of academic freedom put forward in the original wording of the Higher Education Freedom of Speech Bill that included the caveat that academic freedom exists only within an academic's field of expertise. This was expressed to me in a briefing by the universities of the United Kingdom, who have subsequently welcomed Amendments 1, 2 and 16, which remove the express limitation that academic freedom covers only matters within an academic's field of expertise. And I agree, a teacher of mathematics should still be able to express his belief in a considered and kind manner about biology should the need arise. The universities of the United Kingdom understand that government intends to provide guidance to support universities regarding the new duties contained within this bill. And I believe this is particularly significant when considering duties which can often appear to overlap or sit in tension with one another, such as the prevent duty, which is legal protection. Government has enshrined protection in this legislation for the people that I represent, and indeed across this whole great United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. I finish with this comment, Madam Deputy Speaker. I support this bill in the hopes that we will have freedom of speech, freedom of religion or belief, or the freedom to choose no belief if that's what people want, and that this will be enshrined in our universities rather than this seemingly insidious desire by a select few to shut down debate and oppose anyone who can't agree with their enlightenment. My goodness me, well, what a poor word it would be if everybody was like that. Jews deserve the right to practice their religion, and as far as it doesn't harm others. Muslims deserve the same right. Sikhs likewise, as well as Buddhists. They deserve the right to express their beliefs as they so do in a way that doesn't harm anybody. It's about respect, and I'm browned off with seeing so much disrespect for people. And increasingly we must, in this House, we must legislate to ensure that those who wish to speak of Christ and his teachings have the right to do in the halls of their student union, and not simply in their church or their chapel, but indeed in university as well. Madam Deputy Speaker, thank you so much.